Welcome back to the green room, guys. You see it's excitement over here because I'm not gonna get too happy, but have you seen the news? It's a lot of stuff in the news. But if you haven't seen, the Celtics just defeated the New York Knicks 102-27, or 127-102. Celtics won. And boy, Derek White and Jaylen Brown, you gotta love them. Tatum go down. Praying for my guy, man. I know he had some encouraging words, and I know they were just talking about these different things that he was just more so sad about, but he's looking out for us because boy. So Celtics beat the New York Knicks 127-102. Jalen Brunson fouled out with 22 points. Josh Hart, 24 points. Courtney Towns, 19 points. But let's talk about why we won. We don't want to talk about the Knicks. Like, who likes the Knicks? We got to be honest. We don't like the Knicks. So, Jaylen Brown, 26 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds. You see that smile? That's a smile, cheek to cheek. Pause. Derek White, 34 points. My boy can shoot 7 for 13 from 3. I mean, damn, like, if I could shoot like that in girls' DMs, I wouldn't be single right now. But I'm telling y'all, this is what it's going for. We're going to come back and win the next game. You know what's crazy about this? We have to win these games. I'm saying we're going to win game 6. We're going to win game 7. And I think we go all the way to the chip. And I know I said I've only been wrong 5 times. I don't think this time really counts, but if I win, it does. You know what I'm saying? But if I lose, it don't count. But like I said, man, we gotta show some respect to Jaylen Brown. A lot of people have been saying, and we can get to this right now, can Jaylen Brown lead a team next year because they can't keep all of these players? Tatum will be out probably the whole year unless they, advance a couple rounds through the playoffs. But why wouldn't Jaylen Green be able to make this team? Why wouldn't, this team would be a top 1 to 3 seed next year with Jaylen Brown as the star player. He'd make the All-Star game. He probably will even, I know you're going to say I'm stretching, pause, but I know it probably even be maybe first team, second team guy. I think I'd give him maybe 27 points, 26, 27 points, maybe like 6 assists or something like that. But I think he'll still be a top player. I seen on the Gilbert podcast with Gilbert Arenas, he was saying that Jaylen Brown wouldn't be that guy, and I just don't understand why he wouldn't. Like, if he already averages, I believe, 22 points, as a 1B option, why wouldn't he be able to, on his own team, why wouldn't he be able to average that much? Right now, he averages 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists with Tatum on the court. So now that it's his game, basically his team, and that'll still be really good, why wouldn't he be a top player in the league? He probably will be, I'm not going to lie, maybe the best shooting guard. And we can name some because we know we got AE and these different people, but I think he's better than Anthony Edwards. So, I don't know. I don't get why everybody's saying that Jaylen Brown, can he lead the team? We finally can see next year. I just think, you just look at his game, it's there. But like I told y'all, back to this. I told you guys we'd win. Start believing in me, bro. A lot of people give up so easy. You have to believe. If you're a Celtics fan right now, I understand you believe. Everybody don't. So when we move on, then we beat the Pacers, then we win this chip, I don't want to hear nothing. Just sit there and be quiet. But in other news, we got a little more stuff that's different than basketball. The first thing is Tory Lanez attorney basically came out and said that, hey, Kelsey Bodyguard, which is Megan Thee Stallion's best friend, came to him and said that Kelsey shot Meg, and the night that happened, it came from the shots came from the passenger seat, which she was in that area of the car. And basically came out and said that she shot Meg, and social media right now, it's going crazy, man. And I'm gonna basically read it off to you guys because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, say anything first. So basically this case took a turn because the bodyguard admitted that Kelsey shot Megan Thee Stallion. And just to go into the report, we have the report right here. The lawyer was saying that, one sec, guys. He said, "We think it's time. Enough is enough. It's time to bring the brother home." Then after that, he continued to just talk about how someone fired 3 times. Basically, he said Kelsey fired the gun 3 times. Then Tory Lanez grabbed the gun. Well, grabbed her arm and knocked down the gun. And then it fired 2 more times. But basically, in this evidence right now, they saying they haven't. Obviously, we know that Tory Lanez is still healing from his injuries where he was stabbed 14 times. And it's just like, now this message is coming out. And I just want to, I know a lot of people said, why did they say these things in court? Why didn't they, I don't know, bring the bodyguard up to get tested? Even the attorney said that, he said that they took only Tory Lanez's fingerprints. He said they didn't take the other 2 people in the car, which was the driver, which was Kelsey. And he was just saying that they didn't take their prints, or if they did take them, it wasn't presented in a court. So he was like, why didn't they? And now it's definitely, everything, social media is in an uproar, because I know a lot of these abuse and domestic violence type cases are going crazy right now, even with like DDG and these different people, which this one was a little more severe with Tory Lanez, but I'm not sure. It's just, all right, this is what I'm saying, because we go stay on the line. We ain't gonna say nothing crazy, but I think if they do, I guess retry the case or however that works, is that, like, if he's not found guilty, what does that say? Because a lot of people I don't know, I would say a lot of women, and even men, because I've seen men trying to do this and like lie on people too. So it's just like, what does that say, and what happens going forward that everyone knows this new information? And why, I'm not sure if this why, or if they had this in the back burner. Why does someone have to get stabbed 14 times for a bodyguard to come forward and admit these things happen? Like, I know everybody's like, the bodyguard said, which that's bad that he didn't admit that back then. You know what I'm saying? When this case, when he was fighting for his life and he couldn't see his son. But like, allegedly, we'll say, because we truly don't know, and we haven't, I guess, this is just based off what the attorney's saying. So it's definitely interesting to talk about or just see what happens or what's going to transpire after this. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this something? I know a lot of people, and I'm not talking about a lot of people, but just talking about in the comments that they believe Tory all along. I see Chris Brown even said free Tory. A lot of people are just talking about free Tory, but obviously we got to actually see what goes on after this. But that's definitely crazy information to just come out now after someone gets stabbed 14 times. So I know we just literally reported on Tory Lanez, but we back again. So no, it's definitely crazy information, and I definitely want to know what you guys think about it. And moving on to another similar situation when it comes to maybe abuse when it comes to physical abuse or like these different things. Moving on with DDG. Basically, Halle Bailey gets restraining order against ex-DDG after alleged attack. And let me know if I said that name wrong or right. But so she filed this restraining order. Actually, DDG seen this live on Aiden Ross' stream, and he was just like confused, saying this is false. How is this happening? He didn't even think it was real. But the information is here. She filed this restraining order and said, she had proof, as in like photos. We don't know, like, obviously this is just a restraining order, but she had a bruise on her. She said her tooth was chipped. She said DDG was like, he snuck at her house one time or entered her home while she wasn't there and took a picture of her bed. Then like he had these messages of saying like, oh, you're basically what Brent Fayez, you got my son out the country. So she was granted this restraining order, and she gets to take Halo she's also granted to take Halo out the country while she filming a movie for 2 months. So I know that's crazy, like taking my son to go film a movie for 2 months. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'll be sick right now. But I say all this to say it's another side to it, because obviously we talk with people like, she got a restraining order. Yeah, I knew this was DDG. I knew this what he was doing. But I'm not going to say, like, we're not going to act like restraining orders isn't like nothing. But I'm just saying a lot of people get restraining orders based off just the proof they have. Not saying that this person actually did this, but just to get that restraining order. Or even people do it to build up cases at that time. But a lot of people and a lot of streamers are coming out in support of DDG, which obviously on the green room, we truly don't know what happened, but basically it comes from his family just talking about how that she was abusive to him. And I know previous clips said that he talked about like he had never dated a girl like with abuse. That's where he stopped. And a lot of people were saying like, was he hinting at her? So it's just like a lot of his family and friends are just coming out and saying that she's lying on him, and when they've been around him that she didn't did this or did that. So all of this is allegedly, but it's just, well, hers is a restraining order. So basically she's saying this is what actually happened. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I know these type of things been in the news lately. Here we don't want to just talk about celebrity drama, but it's just something we have to speak on. So what do you guys think? Because I did see a few comments on the other side. It was like, oh, something about her just always been off. I'm not sure what it was. And a lot of people like are reposting these videos where she talking about how she more so likes to agitate men and basically make them mad or start arguments if they're a boyfriend or not. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, what are you guys really thinking? We on the green room, I don't know. We go with the actual court, what happens in court, but we're not going to go basically off the court of public opinion, because if that's the case, nobody's guilty. So what do you guys think? Is this something that they just trying to hurt his image? When it comes to DDG, is maybe she's a controlling baby mother, or on the other side, is she right and these things actually happen and she may move forward with something else in the process? But definitely prayers up to actual like real victims out there that's got these things going on. Like we're not gonna sit here and act like we don't believe when women basically file these things or talk about these things. So definitely prayers up to everybody, even her if this was to happen, and him also if he's like trying to prove his point. And another thing, I know a lot of people were saying that, oh, hey, Halle is on Rock Nation. She's not signed to Rock Nation, guys. Like, you literally can look up these labels and see who's signed to them. She's not signed to Rock Nation. She's signed to Beyonce. And I know people like Jay-Z gonna do. Nobody is just wasting their money in the sense of just, oh, this Beyonce artist, I'm finna throw all this money over here and get him my lawyer and these different things. Maybe they share the same lawyer, but it's just like, I don't know why people think Jay-Z, that's worth all these billions of dollars, are just jump into these kids' business, even though she's not signed to him. But she's signed to Beyonce, which it's Parkwood Entertainment. That's Beyonce label that she owns, and she got, artists on her, and that's basically, they're signed under her. So it's just like, please stop saying that she's signed to Rock Nation. She's not signed to Rock Nation. But I really want to know what you guys think, man. But other than that, this is a short episode on the green room. We basically just had to get this like news out because there's a lot of things that's going around and people talking about it right now. So we definitely had to get this out. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time.